Hey everybody, welcome to Anita's Wednesday Wisdom Highlights. How you doing today? Do me a favor, whether you're watching live or if you're watching the replay, drop a comment, put an emoji, just something in the comments, okay? I'd love to know who's watching. I wanted to share a little story that I heard today that I thought really embodies the whole premise behind the Serenity Prayer. The story was about this homeowner who had a tree in her yard, and the tree in the fall would drop the leaves, but the leaves would fall into her neighbor's yard. And the neighbor was frustrated with this because, of course, the tree's not hers, but the leaves kept falling in her yard. So every day she would blow the leaves back into the owner's yard. And every night the wind would blow the leaves back into her yard. And this went on for a couple of days. And it just really made me think about the Serenity Prayer because it made me think, the Serenity Prayer says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. These leaves kept falling in the neighbor's yard, and she was frustrated because it's not her tree, but she had to deal with the consequences of the tree dropping its leaves in her yard, and it was frustrating to her. So she tried combating it by blowing those leaves back into the owner's yard, trying to make that person take responsibility for those leaves that weren't hers. But the wind kept blowing those leaves back into her yard every night. And when the new leaves would start falling, they would fall right into her yard. So it was really something that she didn't have any control over, right? How many times do we do this in life? How many times do we combat and fight against something that we really don't have any control over? And when we find ourselves in those situations, fighting against it isn't the answer. What we need to learn to do is change our response to that situation. Because you see, if it's something we don't have control over, this is the whole premise behind the Serenity Prayer, to know the difference between what I can control and what I can't control. If it's something that's out of your control that you can't force it to happen, then you have to change the way you look at it. We have to change the way we respond to it. Find a different way to manage it instead of fighting against it. So many times we spend so much energy and so much of our emotions and so much of our time fighting against something that we don't have any control over. We got to learn to accept that we have no control and change our response to something positive. I hope that helps somebody today. Please leave a comment and remember, I'd love to have you join the Personal Growth Power Hour that I facilitate twice a month. And any of you that might need a speaker or a trainer or a life coach, please holler at me. I would love to help you. Thanks so much. Have a great day.